Understanding codependency and breaking free. Today, we're shedding light on the complex world of codependency. But before we delve deeper into this discussion, let me remind you to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. This ensures that you are always updated with our insightful and thought-provoking discussions. Join us as we embark on a journey of self-discovery and healing. We will unravel the many layers involved with codependency and empower you to create more fulfilling connections. Recognizing codependency. Have you recognized yourself being involved in unhealthy patterns in your relationships with others? Have you encountered the term codependency, but remained unsure of its implications? In today's video, we will explore what codependency is, identify common signs and behaviors to watch out for, and most importantly, strategies for overcoming codependency and fostering healthier relationships. Maybe you've acknowledged that you're struggling with people-pleasing, enabling, or fear of abandonment. If so, let's go on this transformative journey together. What is codependency? Codependency is a behavioral pattern where individuals are struggling with people-pleasing, enabling, or fear of abandonment. An individual will have an uncontrollable intense desire to prioritize other people's needs before their own because they crave for the approval of others. When this behavior reaches an excessive level, it becomes unhealthy and is classified as codependency. What are the root causes? Codependency originates from the complicated dynamics that an individual was exposed to during the earlier years of their lives and then manifests in their adult relationships. Being raised in a dysfunctional family environment by parents or caregivers who exhibited their own codependency behaviors significantly contributes to the root causes of codependency. It's important to note that identifying these patterns and behaviors in yourself is the first step toward regaining control of your life. Being a people pleaser. A very common codependent behavior is being a people pleaser. This involves striving to ensure the happiness of others by fulfilling their needs while disregarding one's own. Let us use John as an example. Despite planning to dedicate the entire weekend to studying for a crucial exam, he agrees to accompany a friend on a spontaneous trip to Las Vegas for gambling, pool parties, and clubbing. Although John acknowledges that this excursion would not benefit his exam preparation, he reluctantly agreed, to avoid disappointing his friend. Despite the inconvenience and misalignment with his priorities, John says yes, driven by a fear of rejection. People pleasers harbor a strong inclination to accommodate others in hopes of receiving validation in return. A reciprocal arrangement where prioritizing others' needs over their own is traded for anticipated validation from others. Being an enabler and rescuer. Enabling and rescuing behaviors represent additional manifestations of codependency. Individuals may feel compelled to intervene and alleviate others from their problems or responsibilities. For instance, Chloe's mother struggles with alcoholism, often rendering her unfit for work. In such instances, Chloe assumes the role of protector by fabricating excuses for her mother's absenteeism, shielding her from the repercussions of her addiction. Similarly, Benjamin's older brother regularly solicits financial assistance, to which Benjamin consistently accepts without protest. By repeatedly bailing his brother out, Benjamin inadvertently perpetuates a cycle of dependence, hindering both his brother's personal growth and his own. Enabling and rescuing others from their problems results in the hindering of personal growth for all involved. Fear of abandonment. This fear will drive a person to great lengths to avoid conflict and maintain harmony in order to cling to the continued presence of others in their life regardless of how unhealthy or detrimental the relationship is. For example, Brian's girlfriend exhibits mistreatment towards him, exploiting his kindness and displaying verbal and physical abuse. Despite recognizing these warning signs, Brian chooses to overlook them and downplay her behavior, convincing himself that enduring the relationship's toxicity is preferable to being alone. By prioritizing the relationship over his own well-being and self-respect, Brian abandoned his own needs and boundaries due to the fear of being abandoned by his girlfriend. Similarly, Drea displays symptoms of a fear of abandonment through obsessive behaviors such as checking her husband's text messages while he sleeps and monitoring his social media activity throughout the day. She interprets innocent actions as indicators of disloyalty and continually seeks verbal reassurance of love and commitment to satisfy her abandonment fears. Drea's tendency to overanalyze her husband's actions and constantly seek reassurance reflects her underlying fear of being abandoned. What are the causes of codependency? Family upbringing. One's upbringing significantly influences the likelihood of inheriting codependency. It's frequent to encounter codependency among individuals raised in families grappling with mental health issues, addiction, mood swings, or a deficiency in establishing healthy boundaries. If you witnessed codependent behaviors in your parents or caregivers during childhood, there's a high probability that you'll adopt similar patterns in your adult life. Emotional neglect. Another factor contributing to codependency involves individuals who endured emotional neglect during childhood, where their caregivers ignored or invalidated their feelings and needs. As a result, these children may have refrained from expressing their emotions or needs, having learned that such expressions were routinely dismissed or invalidated in the past. Growing up feeling unseen and unheard, children who experience emotional neglect often develop a profound longing for connection and validation in their relationships. Low self-esteem. If adequate emotional support was lacking during childhood, individuals often seek external validation and approval as adults to compensate for feelings of unworthiness. If there was a lack of praise for accomplishments or unique qualities, it could lead to being an adult with low self-esteem. If constant negative messages were verbalized by the caregiver to the child, it could definitely lead to a diminished sense of self-worth that will follow into adulthood. How to overcome codependency? Self-awareness. You can acquire self-awareness by reflecting on your past behaviors, relationships, and emotional patterns. Acknowledge and observe your codependent tendencies without being too critical on yourself. Boundaries. Educate yourself on healthy boundaries and practice setting and maintaining them in all relationships. Accept that it's okay to prioritize yourself, your needs, and well-being before others. If you want to eliminate unhealthy relationships from your life, establishing boundaries is a must. Build self-esteem. You can build your self-esteem by participating in activities that will contribute to your personal growth as well as bring you happiness and fulfillment. Professional support. Licensed therapists and counselors can offer you a safe space to navigate the complexities of codependency while offering guidance and tools to help you navigate the complexities of codependency. We discussed understanding codependent behaviors, root causes, and proactive steps to overcome codependency. In conclusion, breaking free from codependency is an expression of self-love and empowerment. It will enable you to attract genuine connections and lead a more satisfying existence. If you found this content thought-provoking and engaging, give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to share it with your friends.